So, here's the scoop. Sonny Bill Williams has asked New Zealand Rugby to change their policies and let Scott Robertson, the head coach of the All Blacks, pick players who are currently playing overseas. Yeah, you heard that right. He wants the All Blacks to consider picking players who've left New Zealand and are now plying their trade abroad. Williams specifically mentioned some top-notch players like Aaron Smith, Richie Mo'unga, and Shannon Frizzell. These guys are not just any players, they're game changers in Sonny Bill's eyes. For example, Aaron Smith, the scrum half who just retired from international rugby, is seen as having so much more to offer despite his move to Japan. Sonny Bill believes these players could still bring a lot to the national team, helping to shake things up and improve the squad's performance. He even mentioned how having someone like Smith could be a massive benefit to younger players who are just starting out, providing them with invaluable experience and mentorship. Now, why is this such a big deal? Well, Sonny Bill argues that picking players like Frizzell and Smith could help fix some of the All Blacks' current issues, especially in their defense and backline. Imagine having a solid lineup with Frizzell at 6, Artie Savia at 7, and Wallace Satiti at 8. That could really beef up their game. And having Aaron Smith around could be a huge asset for mentoring younger players like Cortez Radama. It's all about maximizing the talent available and ensuring the team is as strong as possible. But it's not just the All Blacks that Williams is talking about. He's also suggesting that the Wallabies should consider picking players from overseas. He thinks teams from across the Tasman should follow the lead of the Springboks and the Argentinians, bringing back seasoned players who could offer immediate value to their national teams. This could be a game changer for the Wallabies, giving them a chance to compete at a higher level and bring fresh talent into the fold. In a nutshell, Sonny Bill Williams is advocating for a more flexible approach to player selection, aiming to tap into global talent and potentially enhance the team's performances. It's all about getting the best players on the field, regardless of where they're currently based. This could lead to some exciting changes and potentially boost the overall quality of international rugby. So, what do you think of Sonny Bill's bold request? Do you agree that picking players from abroad could benefit the All Blacks and other teams? Let's chat about it in the comments. Alright, let's dive into it. Cody Taylor, the veteran hooker for the All Blacks, has been talking about the current struggles the team is facing. Despite some solid performances, the All Blacks have only managed 1 win out of 4 in the Rugby Championships so far. Yep, you heard that right, 1 win. They suffered a tough loss at home against Argentina in Wellington, and then fell short in both games against the Springboks in South Africa. It's been a rough patch, and Taylor knows it. But here's the thing, Taylor isn't throwing in the towel. In fact, he's pretty optimistic about the team's direction. He points out that the All Blacks are creating plenty of opportunities. They're just not finishing them off. According to Taylor, this is a recurring issue in their recent reviews. It's all about being more clinical in those crucial moments. Taylor gave a nod to South Africa's skill, acknowledging that they know how to seal the deal and deserve their current title. But he's also pumped about the brand of rugby the All Blacks are playing and believes there's plenty to be proud of. One of the interesting points Taylor made was about their performances against the Springboks. He noted that while the team stood up well to the physicality and intensity of South Africa, there are areas where they need to refine their game. Taylor highlighted the need for the All Blacks to be more precise in their set pieces and to capitalize on scoring opportunities, especially towards the end of the game. It's clear that Taylor and his teammates are focused on ironing out these kinks and improving their overall game strategy. Taylor, who's been a key player in the forward pack, admits that there's a lot of work still to be done. While the All Blacks have stood up well against the Springboks' physicality, Taylor recognizes that improvements are necessary. He mentions the need for better set-piece execution and the importance of leading by example, especially given his experience. Even though Taylor might not be around for the next Rugby World Cup, he feels a strong sense of responsibility to set the standard and guide the younger players. He's not just playing for himself, but is committed to ensuring that the team as a whole performs at its best. As the All Blacks head into their Bledisloe Cup clash against the Wallabies, the pressure is on Scott Robertson. With 3 defeats in 7 matches, the spotlight is definitely on him to turn things around. The upcoming matches will be a crucial test of Robertson's ability to adapt and get his team back on track. Taylor's insights into their current challenges and areas for improvement will be vital as they face off against the Wallabies, who are always a tough opponent. So, let's recap. Cody Taylor is highlighting the need for the All Blacks to be more clinical and finish their opportunities. Despite some tough losses, there's a positive outlook on their style of play and potential for growth. Taylor is committed to leading by example and is focused on improving the team's performance as they prepare for the Bledisloe Cup. The challenges ahead are significant, but there's a lot of hope and determination within the team. First off, the All Blacks are on a mission to bounce back after a string of tough losses. One major area they're focusing on is their attack execution. Can you believe it? In their latest game in Cape Town, they failed to score a try for the first time in 6 years. That's right, 6 years. But don't freak out just yet because there's still a lot of firepower in their squad. Let's talk numbers. This year, the All Blacks have crossed the try line 24 times in 7 tests. That includes 4 tries in their loss to the Springboks at Ellis Park and 7 against Fiji in San Diego. Despite these impressive stats, their attacking play has been a bit off and is under the spotlight, especially after Leon MacDonald's abrupt departure from the coaching team. Since MacDonald left, assistant coach Scott Hansen has moved from leading the defense to co-managing the attack with Jason Holland. They're working hard to iron out the kinks, and with talents like Will Jordan, Caleb Clark, Damian McKenzie, and Mark Tellier, the attacking potential is sky high. But, as we've seen, sometimes those big moments of potential just don't pan out as expected. Take the Cape Town game as an example. The All Blacks put on relentless pressure with the Springboks down to 14 men, but still couldn't score in a crucial second-half moment. So, what's the plan moving forward? According to assistant coach Tamati Ellison, it's all about perfecting their execution and capitalizing on those golden opportunities. Ellison emphasized that the focus is on ensuring they complete their attacks and build scoreboard pressure. The team's training sessions have been intense, with Ellison pointing out that they're working on both catching high balls and putting pressure on the opposition when kicking. And it looks like the team's getting the right mindset, with good energy and a positive attitude in their practices. Now, switching gears to the Bledisloe Cup, this is where things get really exciting. The All Blacks are determined to extend their 21-year dominance in this competition. With the Wallabies rebuilding under Joe Schmidt and coming off a heavy defeat against Argentina, this game is set to be a prime opportunity for the All Blacks to showcase their attacking prowess. The game kicks off this Saturday in Sydney, with perfect rugby conditions expected. With over 60,000 fans anticipated, the stage is set for an electrifying match. The change from the physically intense Springboks to the traditionally expansive Australian style should suit the All Blacks attack perfectly. Also, the returns of Ethan de Groot and Patrick Tuipulotu from injuries are huge boosts for the team. Both missed the South African tour, and their comeback is already making a difference in training. Rico Ione is also looking good, even though he's been training in a non-contact vest. With Ethan Blackadder and Caleb Clark also returning to fitness, the squad is getting stronger by the day. All right, to wrap it all up, despite a few setbacks, the All Blacks are ramping up their game and are primed to hit back hard against the Wallabies. With improved attack execution and key players back in action, this is shaping up to be an epic showdown. If you're pumped for the game and want to stay updated with all the latest All Blacks news, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You don't want to miss a single update as we follow their journey. What do you think about the All Blacks' chances against the Wallabies? Are you excited to see them bounce back? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think.